Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
You already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist.
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and our home team. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
50 seconds. 50 seconds, Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me. Tight.
On second and 15 now. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Watch the boot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
49's a mark. 49's a mark. You don't want none of it. Give me it. Pick up the ball. Kill. Man, 80.
Now it's Darnold. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
49. Got you, boy. Man, 80.
3rd and 2, Darnold. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The 3rd down run gets him nothing. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the first down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Right. He's down right here. He's down to the right. Man, 80. 4 down. Check.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
At the Bills' 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Caught by Allen.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Real side. 49's a mic. 49's a mic. I'm ready. Take you shoot. You ready? You got tape. You got tape right there.
Here's Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Crowell. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They run it from the gun with Crowell. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 26. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Round 80! Watch the pass! Watch the pass!
On play action, Allen going to throw deep for the end zone. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yeah. You don't want none. He's checking.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold for Keenan Allen. That's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. He completes it to Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And some strong running. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. Complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to float this one. Deep rights, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, every day, any day. Kill.
Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Darnold now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And caught by Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5.
What we got?
Again, Darnold. Bryant has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Launch 49. Here we go. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
A first down throw, Darnold. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Darnold to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Austin Eckler. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And out of bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Wide, get wide. Now, lady. You draw quarters.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Complete. It's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check. Red 80.
Darnold on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Watch the pass.
And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Corey Legion.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They begin with a run by Corral. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And here's Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now it's his carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Keep it up, guys.
On the run, it's Crowell. Benny Logan in there on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Des Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, it's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Check 26, check 26. Ready? 49 to Mike, watch 49.
On second down, Eckler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Derek Watt, his second touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they sucked the defense in with a play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It's second down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Here we go. Jim. Hey, check 24, check 24.
On second down, here's Crowell. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the gain there, so from second and 19, now we've got a third and 10. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Matt Weil now, standing just about on his own goal line. Returning, it's Benjamin. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. The Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Guys, this game situation. Red 80. X3. 218. Chopper.
On 1st and 10, Darnold able to get this to Gordon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Allen now looks to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Gordon on 1st down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Yo, 80 weapons.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Joker, 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 Joker.
Darnold. He completes it to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Allen. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Protein spill.
Back to throw. Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.